guys, welcome to today's practice. Hope you're all doing well. Today's practice is a fairly gentle one, so it's suitable for all abilities. So we'll just get comfy, start lying down on the mat. We'll start with the knees bent. I'm just going to hug the knees in towards the chest, taking the arms around the shins if possible, gently rocking from one side to another. Just giving the lower back a nice little massage against the mat. Maybe start to draw some small circles with the lower back. And then come back to centre. We'll take the left leg down to meet the mat. Keep the right knee hugging in, flexing the foot on that right leg. Just going to start to rock that right leg from left to right. Just working into the hip flexor. And flexing the foot, we'll start to circle into the right ankle. Okay, coming back to centre, keeping hold of the right knee. We take it across the body towards the left. Coming into a twist. And breathing into that twist. Feeling the belly expand. Lovely, coming all the way back to centre. We'll swap legs, so straighten that right leg down to meet the mat. Hug the left knee in. Again, just hugging it in tight towards the chest. Rocking from one side to the other with the hip. Keeping the hold of that left knee, taking it across towards the right. Maybe shuffling the hips slightly towards the left before you drop the knee down. Just gives you a little bit more space to twist. Again, take some deep breaths, feeling the belly expand. Inhale, we come back to centre. Just bringing the feet back to the floor with the knees bent. We're going to come into a couple of gentle bridges. So just taking the feet to the floor. So the knees are at hip distance apart. Take the hands down to the mat. And as you breathe in, lift the hips. Squeeze the glutes. Coming into a gentle bridge. So working on strengthening the glutes, the thighs. You don't want the knees going outwards. So just making sure that they're in line with the hips. Exhale as we lower down as slow as you can. Take it really slow. And again, we breathe in, lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes. Take a full breath at the top. Exhale as you start to lower it down again, really slowly. It's the lowering down that does most of the work. Feeling that little bit of heat working in the thighs and the glutes. I'm just going to do one more of these. So when you reach the bottom, again, we take a full breath in, lifting the hips, squeezing everything together. Holding it for 3 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Start to lower it down again, slowly, slowly. Might feel a bit of a shake going on now. And when you reach the bottom, we'll just hug the knees back in, releasing any tension in the lower back. Just gently rocking side to side. Just going to cross the feet over, bring ourselves up to a seated position. Lovely, then we'll swing the legs around, coming into our cat and cow position. Okay, knees are directly below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. Fingers are nicely spread out. As you breathe in, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, look forward. Exhale, round through the spine, press into the palms, push the shoulders away. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, we go the opposite direction, rounding through the upper shoulders, looking back towards the knees. Again, breathing in, dropping the belly. Exhale to round. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to extend the left leg behind us, just to hip height. Hips are facing the ground, and the toes are also facing the floor. You can either stay in this position, keeping your balance, or you can extend the right arm as well, just working on balance and core strength. So we're squeezing and tightening everything around the core. Just holding it for 3 breaths. And relax. We'll change to the opposite side, extending that right leg out behind, hips facing the ground. Stay with this position, or extend the left arm out as well. Again, squeezing everything at the midline. 3 nice breaths. And relax. Take the arm and the leg back down. We'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, come into your first downward facing dog. Pedaling into the feet one at a time. Look forward, walk the feet up towards the hands, and then we'll come to a standing position. So come to your mountain pose. We'll just take a few breaths in mountain pose. Big toes together, slight gap between the heels. Find that nice posture, nice length down the spine. Tailbone tucks under. Arms by the sides with the palms facing forward. Just taking this moment to set yourself a nice uplifting intention for the rest of your day. And just release the hands. Bring the hands to heart centre. We'll step the left foot back, come into a high lunge. Breathing in, lifting the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale. We're going to come all the way down with that left knee. Knee meets the floor, untuck the toes. Left elbow's going to cross the right knee, coming into a twist in your low lunge. So use that knee to press the left elbow in and then to twist the chest. You can either stay in this position or tuck the left toes under, lift that left leg and then straighten the left leg. If you've got the knee on the ground, lift the knee now. We're coming up all the way back to our high lunge. Arms are going overhead. And we're just going to lift and lower the left knee. Coming all the way back up, we're going to come to a warrior 2. So the back foot spins parallel to the back edge of the mat. Nice bend to the front knee. We're now a warrior 2. Nice strong arms, looking over the fingers of your front hand. Moving into a side angle. Drop that front arm down to the front thigh. As you breathe in, lift the back arm. You might want to just rest this arm in front without touching the leg, so you're not using that leg to rest all your weight on. Again, pulling that left shoulder back towards the ceiling. Exhale. We we bring it back to our warrior two. Bring the hands to heart center. We're just going to move the feet a bit closer together. Still have the feet turning out. We're just going to move the weight from one knee to the opposite. Bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg. In our Skandasana side lunge. We're just going to keep this high today. It's not a very strenuous class. You can take it as low as you want to. But for today, we're just staying here. And then we come back to centre. I'm going to take the arms up, 5-point star. Just expanding the arms, taking a full breath in. Exhale, we come into our squat, bending the knees, bringing the hands back to heart centre. We'll do a couple more. Inhale, take the arms out. Exhale, we bend into our goddess squat. One more time, breathing in, expanding. Exhale, we come back. Lovely, we're going to do the same on the other side. So just swap the feet, coming into a high lunge on the left foot. Breathing in, taking the arms up. Exhale, we take that right knee to the floor. Untuck the toes. Right elbow crosses the left knee. We're going to come into our twist. Again, using the knee to push the elbow into, gives you a deeper twist. Either stay in this position or tuck the toes, straighten the leg. Bringing the hands to heart centre. The arms are coming up. Oops. Don't worry if you wobble. Completely natural. Bring the hands to heart centre. We're just going to lift and lower the back leg. And then we're going to open up to our warrior two. Back foot spins parallel to the back edge of the mat. Taking a breath in our warrior two. Lovely, the front arm drops down. Breathe in as you reach the back arm up and over. Pulling the right shoulder back. And then come back to your warrior two. Again, we bring the feet a little bit closer. We're coming back to that Skandasana lunge. Hands to heart centre. Moving in and out of your side bend. And then we'll come all the way back to centre, coming back to the goddess squat. Knees are bending, tailbone tucks under. Bringing the hands towards the legs. We're just going to pulse for a couple of breaths. And then we'll stop with the pulsing. We're just going to move the hands one side to the other. Coming into a slight, call it a bend. I was going to say a twist, but it's more of a lean. This time we come to centre. We'll take the bum out. So you're pushing your bum out behind, dropping the right elbow, shoulder even, shoulder into the centre. Come into a bit of a twist in your squat. Move into the other side. One more for each side, right shoulder drops in. Followed by the left. We come all the way back to centre. We're just going to bring the hands to the floor. Spin the feet round to come into your lunge position. So just framing the right foot with the hands. Just moving around, tuck the left toes under, rocking backwards and forwards. And then we'll drop that left knee. We'll swap sides, bringing the left foot forward. Tuck the right toes under. Just moving backwards and forwards. Just working into opening the hips up a little bit. We drop the right knee down. Just walk the fingers back. Bring the knees together. And we'll take a child's pose to end the practice for today. So just taking the big toes together, separating the knees, walking the hands forward, lowering the head to wherever it comes to. You can always stack the fists if the head doesn't reach the floor. Just relaxing into this child's pose. Thanking yourself for turning up to your practice today. You can stay here for as long as you like. And that is our practice for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Namaste.